St. Boniface was born in the late 600s. He died in 729, I think. He was known as the Apostle of Germany. Boniface would have been to Germany like St. Patrick was to Ireland. Christianity existed in Germany, but had fallen apart. The clergy became very lax, and so the teachings of Christianity were mixed with a lot of error. They were not faithful to the Pope, and paganism became very strong. Boniface went to Germany and he found these terrible conditions. It was a huge task. He gave up becoming an abbot. He was a Benedictine monk from England, and he gave up being the abbot so he could accept the Pope's command to go to Germany and convert the people, the new evangelization at the time. It was a huge task, and he met a lot of opposition, especially from the clergy. But Boniface persevered with the task. He founded several monasteries, which became houses of prayer. He established churches. He reestablished churches. He worked very hard with the clergy to get them to reform and to be faithful to the Pope. Fidelity to the Pope was his main concern for the clergy. So he worked very hard. He along with 50 some other people, he was preparing 50 some people for the sacrament of confirmation, and he was attacked and massacred along with all those people. That's how he died. But again, the blood of martyrs is the seed of Christianity, and from Boniface, Christianity certainly grew in Germany. The pagans had a huge oak tree that they worshiped, and it belonged to the gods that they worshiped. And one day Boniface got a big axe and he hurled it at the tree in front of a whole crowd of people. And the tree immediately split into 4 pieces, huge planks. The people stood there just waiting for their gods to attack Boniface. And of course it didn't happen. And it made them realize that their gods didn't even exist. And Boniface then took the planks and built a chapel out of them. Just an interesting part of his faith and his story. So we look to him as a man of courage, a deep love for the church, fidelity to the teachings of Christ, and he spread it wherever he could. The lesson for us is that we too need to be faithful and true to the truth that Jesus taught us. In the gospel today, they try to trip Jesus up, and of course, he always has a marvelous answer. Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what belongs to God. Jesus always comes up with seems so simple when they pose the question that sounds so complicated. But if we look to him for the truth, we're certainly going to find it. And in the first reading, St. Peter just reminds us that we await with eagerness the salvation of Christ, and we need to be patient. We must grow in grace and in the knowledge of Jesus Christ. That's what Boniface taught. It's what we do by coming to Mass every day. So thank you for being here this morning. In honor of St. Boniface, may we be truly faithful to the Church. Let us stand and offer our prayers and petitions.